So we're finally ready for our third and final page, which is actually our first page in our mini album. To construct our final page, we're going to be using the same measurements that we've used in our last video. In other words, the page that you construct measures 7 3/8 by 5 1/4, which means that your cardstock will be trimmed at 7 3/8 by 10 1/2, and then you're going to fold that piece in half. And now we're going to trim another piece of cardstock, which is going to serve as a fold to our first page. And this one you're going to trim at 7 3/8 by 5 1/4, and you're going to score at 1/2 inch. And then you ink around the edges with your color box Graphic 45 dark cashmere ink. And you may use your favorite corner making tool to add corners to this flap. And with the use of some good quality double-sided tape, we're ready to adhere this part to the front of our page. And now we're ready to add our papers. I am using the Graphic 45 Princess Collection to make this mini album. Now, for this part, I didn't really do much measuring. It was all just eye measuring for this part, and it worked very well for me. So now that all my papers are in place, I decided to add a focal point using a Spellbinders oval frame. You don't necessarily have to have this very frame to put on your mini album, but if this is something that you think you may want to get, I'll leave you with a full supply list in my blog and a Graphic 45 supply list in the area underneath this video. I'm using the larger frame to die cut the mat and the medium frame to die cut the lovely lady from the Princess Paper Collection. Now I'm ready to adhere the final page to my mini album. And once this page is added, I'm ready to decorate my mini album. So for this page, I'm going to be adding some flat back pearls, plus that matted picture that I showed you in the earlier clip. And then we move on to the second page, and then to the third page, and then we're done. decided to add a little bit something extra to the back of the 3 pages, and what we're going to do is we're going to be using our graphic 45 square tags in ivory, and we're going to trim them at the measurements that you see right here. And now we're going to use our graphic 45 square tag die to die cut the inserts. Now that our tabs are ready, we're going to add them to the back of each page. We're going to put one at the top and the other at the bottom. You're just going to use some glue to attach these, and these are going to serve us as a as a tuck spot to our ephemera cards. Now, if you wish, you may consider the inside of your mini album complete right here, but I've decided to add some waterfalls. This is just an extra step, only if you wish to do so. For these waterfalls, I will be using the graphic 45 square tags along with the dies for the inserts. And if you notice, I'm using some charms for the weight to keep the waterfall down, and I'm just using a little bit of a topper on top, if that's what you'd call it, a little bit of a topper on top. And I will be doing the same thing that I did in the back cover, I'm gonna do in the front cover, and that's pretty much it. You may continue watching this video tutorial to see how I go about in making my waterfalls, or you could just fast forward to the end so you can check out some pictures. Thank you so very much for watching, and I will see you once again real soon.